What is up, Gundam MSIA fans? Today's figure review that I'm going to be showing you guys today is the Dom from the original series and first piloted by the Black Tri-Stars. The Dom is a heavy mobile suit action figure and is one of the most famously used Xeon mobile suits. It was the most popular after the Zaku too, and you've seen a lot of Xeon pilots use this thing because it was such an amazing mobile suit. It was like a heavy a heavy mobile suit that can move really fast, had a decent amount of armor, it carried heat weaponry on it, and it can use stuff to actually combat against the Gundam. Whereas before, the only thing that could have combated against the Gundam, which was the Zaku 2, and even then, all the weapons the Zaku 2 had didn't do a lot to the Gundam, but the Dom's bazooka can deal a decent amount of damage to the Gundam, and the Heat Saber. The only thing that could have stood a chance against the Gundam for the Zaku 2 was the Heat Hawk, but they made this Dom, which is a lot faster, especially on Earth. And then when they upgraded it for space, it was called the Rick Dom. Again, a lot faster than the Zaku 2, and the weaponry was also better. Sometimes you've seen a few Doms use the Zaku 2 machine guns, but that's when the Xeon army was running really low of supplies and they were running out of a lot of weaponry, so they had to give Doms the Zaku 2 machine gun. But yeah, no, this is the USA version of the Gundam MSIA action figure Dom, and they put, other than the panel line, they put a lot more detail on with like the wee like signatures and stuff. So like you don't see the Xeon signs on the Japanese Dom. Like again, I got the two to compare here, and you can see I'll just show a wee quick glimpse of the two here. This is the Japanese version. This is the USA version. You can see that there's more Xeon signs on this, and it's just overall like I prefer the Japanese version because I'm a big fan of the panel lining, and the Xeon signs don't bother me too much. And plus, it's also original to what the anime is as well. And again, like this has more detail than the anime than what this one does because this has extra detail, but again, not shown in the anime. And again, I think that's why I prefer this one more. But the panel lining really does sell it for me. But the figure's about the USA version. The video, I meant to say, the video is about the USA version, and I'll tell you everything about it. So basically, this is all the stuff that it comes with. Two beam heat sabers, one that isn't got the heat on, and that's for when it's on its back. So the heat saber goes in here and it doesn't heat up the back of it. So this is what it looks like when the heat isn't turned on. This is what it looks like when the heat is turned on. It's a yellow color. This is the famous storm weapon, the bazooka, that you always see carrying it around. I like this wee part. You see this part used a lot with the Black Tri-Stars, where like one dom will be at the back and another dom will be at the front, and the one at the front helps hold it and correct the aim and make sure it fires correctly, which I really like, and it doesn't get a lot of like kickback to it like when it's firing. So I like this wee part of the bazooka to help with more accurate aims. This is the extra hands that it comes with. I've only got the Japanese versions, and you can tell because it's paneling. So the Dom does come with two closed fists and one right holding hand, which can be used to hold the beam saber on the right hand side of the arm, because on the right hand side what you have is the part to hold the bazooka. But it comes with another part to hold the beam saber as well, because this doesn't really hold the beam saber very well. It can hold it, but not as well, and it like comes out easy, as you can see. Here's a close-up of the Dom, and I'll show you all the detail that the Gundam MSIA did for the Dom. And the detail is quite well done. I quite like how well they went into the bottom of the feet here with like the jets, which again they could have just made it plain, but they went into good detail with this. I quite like it. Here's all the jet boosters at the back, probably like 4, 5, 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2. So add them all up and you get 16 boosters to my account, so 5 on each foot, 3 on the part next to the foot on the leg, another 3 at the skirt, and 2 at the back. And by my count, that's 16 boosters right there, which is really good that they added all the boosters in it. This is just the Dom, not the Rec Dom. The Rec Dom, they made a version 2 for Gundam MSIA, and I do have it, and I might show it off in one of my videos in the future, but this is the version 1, and this is just the normal Dom. They added the wee light visor here, so like, what this is for is basically when a Dom comes into close range, when it's coming in close to like either shoot or most of the time hit them with the beam, sorry, not beam, heat saber. This is like a ray of light that will flash into the opponent. So most likely you see this happen a lot in the GMs, and you see it in the Black Tri-Stars use it as well against the Gundam. And basically it shortly blinds the enemy pilot so that the Dom can get in and cut them with the heat saber, or just get a shot in with the weaponry. I quite like this. This is a really good design for the mobile suit, and it's just such utility for close combat fights. And at the back, you see where the beam saber gets held, sorry. And you just put it right here, and it holds into place very well. It doesn't fall out too easy, but it comes down a wee bit if you turn it upside down. But why would you be turning it upside down? It's very nice that you get to turn it all the way, to be honest. And you just leave it there when the heat saber isn't turned on, and you can just give it wee poses like this, which I really appreciate, to be honest. Make it look like it's coming out. And then the Xeon eye here as well, like just the visor, so you can get to see stuff. In the show, you can see it, like the eye move this way, backwards, up and down, but in the figure, they didn't include that, which, to be honest, like, it's a hard thing to put in when you're making the plastic this hard. But yeah, it's an amazing figure overall, and I'll get into the articulation of it. So that hand, or arm, sorry, can move a full 360 up and down, forwards and backwards, like so. At the elbow can move a full 360. Let me get a bit more brightness on that. Move a full 360 and up like this, 45-degree angle. And then the hand can also move a full 360. I'll just show you in this position as well. The legs can move this far forward. This is as far forward as you can get it. I can't get it any further. And this far back. I can't get it any further back. I'll just show you what it looks like on the ground there. So not very far. It could go further if like this wasn't here, the skirt, but it's here and you can't really move it that far back. The back can, like the part where you hold the heat saber, can rotate full 360, which is really good because you can have it holding it on this side or this side. Like you can have it here or here, just like, let me move my camera a bit so you can see that. Here or here, either side. Oh, that's a bit too far back. There we go. Sorry about that, just camera was being a bit dodgy here. But yeah, as I was saying, here or here, like any side you want it to show off, that's up to you. The head doesn't move at all, it's just stuck in place, so you can't bend it or anything, which I'm not really bothered about, to be honest. But yeah, the figure is really amazing. I'd recommend, if you're a fan of the UC and if you like Gundam MSI, definitely pick yourself up a Dom, because it's so good. Like, the figure is absolutely amazing and it's everything I really want it to be. The only thing that I would love more if the eye was to move, but again, like, I feel like that's a bit asking for too much, especially because this is an old figure. And let me just go through all the accessories again. So it comes with 2 heat sabers, one with it turned off, one with it turned on, which is really nice. The iconic Dom bazooka, which is really good as well. And it comes with three type of hands, closed fists, and an open one for the beam saber to hold. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the review of the USA Dom release from Gundam MSIA, and it's a very cool figure. I really like it. And again, as I said, if you're a UC fan, definitely pick this up because it is really good. Of course, the V2 DOMs are definitely a lot better in articulation and basically surpasses the V1 in every way, to be honest, with like different sets of hands, weaponry. It's just definitely a better figure, but I quite like the V1 DOM, and I quite like the scale of the size of it. The V2s are a bit bigger, but like I don't know what it is. I feel like I prefer the version 1s over the version 2s the majority of the time because they're more sturdy and they do everything I want the figure to do anyway. But obviously the version 2s do more. But this does what I want it to do, and it's enough. It's enough for me anyway. But let me know what you guys think of the version 1 DOM from the Gundam MSI line. If you like it, if you want to pick one up, let me know in the comments below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching my Gundam MSI reviews. Bye. See you guys in the next video.